So you fill out this report. Next thing you know, you jump on a call with me. And that is kind of the opportunity for me to review that report with you. And quite honestly, it was for me to offer membership to you. So what were the first things you joined? What were the first things you put in place, and what did that do for you?
So it was very overwhelming to me in the beginning, because it's like, oh my gosh, there's all these different systems. There's 23 stages, and I'm an organizer. So I'm like, okay, I should be starting at stage one, but stage one might not be where I need to start. And so simply starting with the pre-shift notes. It sounds super simple. But it's easy to not do them as well. But something as simple as that really started to kind of get the ball in motion and get the communication flowing a little bit better. It started to hold people accountable of, okay, you signed this, right? You read this when you got on shift? Yep, I did. So you just didn't do it.
So you all of a
Okay,
sudden
then
were able
we
to
have a
communicate
problem.
your expectations. And now
Yes.
you had something that you could truly say. You couldn't have somebody go, oh, I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the biggest way people get out of accountability. Well, you never told me that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you've got nothing in writing, nothing communicated and whatever. So when that started to give you, I often tell people, I can tell you exactly the process I want you to go through. But sometimes it's that little thing, whatever you want to do that gets you success feeds into the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
What was it that opened your eyes and said, I've got to start diving into the financial side? Because you literally started with probably the easiest thing you could think of.
Yep. And that it was it. I just had to start somewhere. And then we went to the three key systems of the key waste tracker, key item tracker, the waste tracker, and the
Restaurant Checkbook Guardian.
restaurant track. But even before that, there was the three that we did. What was the third one?
So you started
Pre-shift.
working on checklists. You were working on manager log. You were working on pre-shift meeting, the invoice log, paid out.
The invoice tracker,
Yep.
the waste tracker.
Yep.
But it was even just going on to those two, it was huge and eye-opening for the two managers as well. When we started tracking, holy crap, we threw away $300 today in the kitchen.
Well,
No wonder we don't have room for a raise.
right.
And so just even being cognizant of how much waste we are having,
And the other
which
part
I,
just popped in my head. It's the DSR tracker, tracking your sales.
yes,
And because that was a big thing. Well, I want to talk about that in a second, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
yes, no, that's okay. And I guess to back it up, back in January, before we started working with you, that is something that it was like, I am a data person. And we didn't really know how much we were losing until we started tracking stuff. And we were the bar that every employee got a free meal. There was no restriction, so they could have a $27 steak meal every single day times 15 people. And you wonder why there's not money in the bank account. There was no budget or cap on the beer and liquor orders. So we had a liquor room full of $60,000 in inventory, the cash flow just sitting there,
Yep.
because it was easier to order a case, and the salesmen are great. Well, if you order a case, you get this $3 shooter for free. And so really just kind of digging in and starting to track stuff. Even if you don't know where that's going to lead or how it's going to change, start to track stuff.
Looking for direction on which area in your restaurant has the most opportunity for improvement? Complete my custom restaurant evaluation. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to complete. And when you hit the submit button, bam, you get an evaluation customized to the needs of your restaurant. It's free and a great tool to use to develop a plan for your restaurant's success. Click the link in the description below. Also, be sure to subscribe to get my weekly tips and watch these two videos to get more information and guidance for running a successful restaurant.